You are now tuned into The MacGuffins.
This is where the fun begins.
Say hello to my little friend.
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.
It is the day after the 2020 Oscars, and we got some discussion. First of all, I'd like to know how Eric is feeling because we created our own drinking game for the Oscars, and got a little out of hand. I'm not gonna lie. Underestimated some of these categories. For reference, we created this drinking game where you drink once if there is a social issue that's brought up. Hint: there is one that was brought up every single award, pretty much, except Bong Joon.
Yeah.
Bong Joon was the only one that didn't bring up social issues.
He was just happy. He was just talking about getting fucked up.
I
Also-
will be drinking tonight.
I love
Yo.
him because he reminds me of like that guy you went to school with who is like a goody two shoes and gets straight A's, but low key outside of school, like
Jimmy Lin.
like just like smokes weed and does drugs and like drinks and like he's like really like a badass. But like from the face of it, he's just like you would introduce him to your parents, like
Good guy, Bong. I would take him home to my family.
yeah, for real.
But also, one that I was surprised. You know, I know that this isn't really the Oscars isn't really a place to thank God, but I was expecting someone to just thank God.
That's
Didn't-
right. I didn't think about that till you
Didn't
brought that
drink
up.
once for someone thanking God. F-bomb. Ray Romano dropped one. Shout out to Ray. Donald Trump at the presidency is mentioned. That also wasn't brought up, surprisingly.
You
Oh my
put
God,
God on there?
this one was fucked. Award winner talks about other nominees. That literally happened. Even Bong Joon did that.
Yeah.
He was
That was
praising
like a
Martin
whole thing.
Scorsese like he was
Yeah.
Jesus, which he is. And then speaking of Martin Scorsese, that was also part of the drink once. If Martin Scorsese is mentioned, Bong Joon mentioned him like 10 times. So, and then also we had a category for finish your drink, and this was also getting out of hand because first one was Irishman loses at least 3 times. Irishman lost 10 times, so we had to do that times 3. 10 times. It had 10 nominations. It went 0 for 10.
Oh no.
Joker wins at least 3 times. That was the one that I was expecting to
Yeah.
happen, and that
Right.
actually went 2 for 10, 2 for
Right.
11. Netflix film wins. That happened because Laura Dern won Best Supporting Actress.
Boo!
That was questionable. And then finish your drink if 1917 doesn't win Best Picture, which was a shock, but a welcome one because Parasite is the best movie ever. Just kidding, it's not. But it was great.
Parasite's the GOAT. I'm just saying it
Parasite
deserved
deserved that.
every award it got. But I will say I'm surprised I'm not hungover. I wasn't hungover this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours. It was like 3-ish hours, 3.5.
Yeah.
And I think I'd finished like 7 or 8 drinks. So
Yeah. Instead of a
Shout out
drinking
to-
game,
shout
that
out to
was more of
Bong.
like binge drinking to a higher level than like high school students. Like high school
gotta-
students with their mom coming home at like 9 and it's like 7:45
it
and
definitely
they gotta
got
get
out
rid of all the
control
alcohol.
real quick. But overall, it was a good show for the most part. I think the music could have been a little bit better. Billie Eilish actually did pretty well, I think. Makes me more confident in her upcoming take on the James Bond theme song.
I think the best music we got was the
The
Frozen.
Frozen?
The
Yeah,
Frozen.
I like that too. That was good.
How they got all the voice actresses to
Yeah.
sing.
Since we're talking about music, what I really liked was when they were like doing the nominees for the scores, how they had like a symphony there,
Oh,
like
that
playing
was
each one.
awesome.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
because I haven't followed the Oscars in like a while, so I don't know if they've done that before, but that was really good. because when they replayed the Joker one, that kind of reminded me like how good that music really was.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was
oh
it
my
was
God.
it was awesome how they picked songs. It seemed like they picked a song from each one that perfectly flowed into the next one. Like, it just sounded like
Yeah.
you could hardly tell that they were, switching songs at some points. Um, there were some snubs. There were some surprises, which some of them were welcome. Um, but let's get into what surprised us, what we expected. We're just gonna discuss the big categories. We're not gonna get into the documentaries or short films because honestly, I don't think any one of us have seen any of those.
Not me.
The skateboarding one. No, I'm just kidding. I
No,
did see Kit Bull or whatever. I saw that was nominated. That was like the only one
you
on
saw
those
that?
things I recognized. Yeah, I don't know where I saw it. I think I saw it on like a Facebook video or something like that. I've seen it before. I just don't know where.
Kit Bull, Mr. 305.
Didn't
I'm
All
just all right. So
even win.
if we're gonna get into this, then I want to start off. I'm really disappointed that
Oh,
Little Women won anything. I don't. Out of all the movies that were nominated, I just don't think Little Women deserved any of it. Because all right, we had The Irishman. Okay, I get a lot of people hated that movie because it was almost 4 hours. We had 1917, which has been critically acclaimed for being one of the best war movies since Saving Private Ryan. We had what else did we have?
Marriage Story.
Marriage Story. We had
Oh no,
Ford
Marriage Story,
versus
yeah.
Ford versus Ferrari. We had a
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we had Parasite. I just don't think.
Well, Little Woman's also a famous book, so it's like
Yeah.
I can kind of understand where it's
And
coming
it's
from.
got
I didn't see it,
and
so I have
and
no.
it's got your girl Florence. So you're dissing the wrong movie, buddy.
It's got my girl Florence and Emma Watson.
Yeah, it's got your girl.
And Emma one. Yeah. No, I mean I haven't read the book or seen the movie, but like I'm not too surprised because it's like a really famous book. But
Mhm.
like I don't know. I mean, you're right. The other ones are just really, really good. Like a lot of them I haven't even seen, but just seeing like some of the clips that they were playing, I'm like, wow. Like I really want to see Ford versus Ferrari and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like just from watching this stuff.
I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna start off with the biggest snub of the night for me, and I'm just gonna be a Maddie Grech basic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a Maddie Grech basic bitch. I'm just gonna say, Avengers Endgame got
Yep.
snubbed on best visual effects.
Yep.
1917 was winning all night. It didn't. I mean, it had good effects, but Endgame's effects. I mean, that was the only category it was nominated for. Like,
Yeah.
that movie did well enough to where I think that it was. I mean, at least maybe even Star Wars. Like Star Wars was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone has their opinion about Star Wars, but that easily
The
could have been
special effects
visual
are good in
effects.
Star Wars.
Yeah, and I know
I don't even like Rise of
Matt
Skywalker.
Matt is a stan of the Lion King, so I mean, even that too.
Yeah.
I just feel like 1917, like 1917 could have won in so many categories, and I think that was the one where it was like, come on, you got to give it to someone else for that one.
I was trying to figure out why it won, and I was talking to Sean about it, and he saw it, and he told me like that the movie, like, did you both see it? Both of you?
Eric didn't, I did.
He said it was almost like it was like one continuous shot, like how they like did it.
Yeah, no,
Is that
but
like true?
no, that is true.
Yeah.
It's a one-shot movie, but that doesn't fall into the visual effects category. That goes into like
Right.
the cinematography category.
That was gonna be my follow-up
Which
question.
that's why it was deserving of cinematography for sure.
Yeah, because that's really interesting. I didn't know that about it.
But the visual effects is like the
explosions and like
explosions and
like
stuff like
the
that.
the Infinity Gauntlet, like basically all of
Portals
Endgame.
at the end.
Like
Yeah,
Wait, which one's a one-shot film?
1917.
So that entire movie is in one shot,
Yes,
like a play.
yes. It's awesome.
Dude, I definitely need to see it then.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's it. Sean told me that, and I was surprised. I didn't know that about it. I was like, oh my god. That's
No,
probably
that was like my favorite part about it was that it's like a war. It's not just like any classic war movie. You know, it has a completely different take on it. You're just
Yeah,
following. You're
that's the only
following two
reason I
guys.
brought it up.
You're following two young soldiers who are trying to like venture through a war zone to deliver a message to not. They're delivering the message to Benedict Cumberbatch to hold off an attack, and you're just watching it all in one shot. It's awesome.
That's cool. No, but yeah, that's the only reason I brought it up because I was trying to figure like I didn't see it, but at the same time, like it's a war movie, so what kind of special effects can you really have, right? So I was trying to figure it out,
Hmm.
and I was just that's the only reason I brought it up. Like, is that declared as special effects? Seems like all three of us agree no, but I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I just forgot about that movie.
Yeah, that's why venturing into the cinematography. That's why I think that 1917 definitely deserves the win there.
Did it win
However,
that?
it did win, and
Yeah, that's good.
it deserved it. But I'm kind of upset that the one thing that Lighthouse got nominated for didn't win. But
Oh,
I
that's
mean, the fact that Lighthouse was going against that
yeah, that's hard.
was
That's a hard too, because I didn't even see Lighthouse, but I can imagine that's some good cinematography.
yeah, that movie was just really the shot really cool,
Yeah.
and Eric can attest to that too.
Oh yeah, from the clips I've seen, it looks great. Like it looks like in terms of that, like just how it looks fantastic. So I can imagine. But yeah, it's kind of hard to beat a one-shot movie. I feel like
Oh
you,
yeah,
you kind of win instantly there, right? Like what else? Like what can really top that?
yeah. The last one shot movie uh, won a bunch of Oscars, and that was Birdman a couple of
Yeah.
years ago.
Oh, that was one shot too.
Yeah, yeah. Those movies are really hard to make, so that's why
Yeah, I mean it's kind of
you're
like
taking a big risk with doing that.
yeah, it's that's why people just award it just for like everybody knows it's harder. You're taking the hard road, so you kind of get bonus points for that.
Mhm.
You basically have to film the whole movie at one time.
Yeah.
No cuts. No editing.
You literally just have to film it, and then if someone messes up their lines, you gotta start all the way over. No, I'm just kidding. But
That's not how it goes.
no, obviously not. You think that every single person's gonna get their line like they make like it's
They
one
make it
shot.
seem like it's
Yeah,
one shot.
yeah. Obviously, you're gonna have to cut it eventually, but when they cut back in, nothing has happened, and it's basically like it all happened at once.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not a film guy. I'm not a film. I'm not into the inner workings of a film.
No, I mean that was my impressions too from the way Sean explained it, if he is correct by any means.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think about? Let's just go into supporting actor. You guys okay with Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
not-
I didn't see that movie, but
I'm not really a fan of Brad Pitt, to be honest.
Who
I
would
don't
you
like
have picked?
For best supporting actor,
Yeah.
probably Anthony Hopkins.
yeah, that's the one I wanted.
He
Well,
did look really good in that movie.
The whole
never
time I
heard
was
of
like,
that movie.
yes, Anthony Hopkins is gonna win.
I never heard of that movie,
no,
but
he
it
was
looked really
he
good.
was literally never gonna win that. But who should have won that is Willem Dafoe if he was even nominated. He deserved that nomination.
I was surprised to see Tom Hanks because I didn't see that movie. So just to see Mr. Rogers about to win supporting role for
Yeah.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, I was like, wait a minute, is this? But then Anthony told me that it's supposed to be told from somebody else's perspective, which is actually pretty interesting. That makes me kind of want to see
Yeah, I
it.
gotta see that. I never seen it.
Like that. I literally just thought it was kind of like just a new version of Mr. Rogers. Like I didn't know what I thought it was. Like I did, to be honest, but I don't know. That just surprised me. I was like, is this supporting actor or what's going on
So I'm looking at costume design right now, and Little Woman won that.
here?
What do you think about that? Why? You know what? I have a question. Why wasn't Endgame or Star Wars nominated for this one? That doesn't,
Right.
like even I saw in the I think it was like the makeup category. Maleficent was nominated. Like that could also go into the costume design too. But instead
Oh yeah.
they put Irishman for costume design. Jojo Rabbit, which that good one. Joker, that's a good one too. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, though, I don't really see that for costume design as well.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? They look like basic Americans. Like, I mean, I guess that's a costume design, but like,
It's
how
almost like
special is that?
they completely ignore a movie if it's not realistic enough.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, Endgame is a superhero movie, but who cares? Like, the costumes in that movie are what make. It's a costume design award. That's the perfect movie to be nominated. Anyone can make a 19th century wardrobe. I mean, maybe not anybody, but probably more people than the people that can make. Like, it's two different skills, right? To make an Iron Man suit, you need to know how to weld. But to make the 19th century wardrobe, you'd need to be good at knitting and crocheting.
Wait, is the Iron Man suit really like actual metal? Like it's actually welded?
I don't think so.
Like I didn't think
It
so
does that in the film, but it's not actually well.
either.
We get a professional welder to come in. Dude,
I
no.
mean, maybe.
I
I
think
don't know.
No, dude, Robert Downey Jr. would literally fall over if he's wearing
Yeah,
a
that'd be really heavy.
That would suck. Every 5 minutes, hey, I need to come up for air and take a 50-minute break.
I'm just
In the way-
saying, at the beginning I said that Little Women wasn't deserving of the
Right.
award it got, and that's the exact one I was talking about, was the costume design.
Right.
Yeah.
In no
Yeah.
way did any of those movies deserve the costume design. Like, why wasn't Midsummer even nominated?
That's a
Like-
that's a great one too.
I feel like Jojo Rabbit is pretty deep. Like I didn't see it, but just to like that's like you
That-
kind of
yeah.
got to hit a specific type of costume for that. So I feel like that one might have been pretty good.
Yeah. That movie was amazing, by the way. What about this one's gonna piss Eric off too? What about achievement in music?
Wait, who won that one?
Not Star Wars. Joker won that.
Oh,
Original score.
I wasn't that pissed. I mean, John Williams has won. I was kind of upset that he didn't win the award last night, but the Joker did have an awesome score.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think out of the two nominations or two wins that Joker got, score and best actor, I think that those were definitely the two most deserving
Right.
out of the 10 that it was nominated for. But it's something cool. You guys know what EGOT is?
No.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that. Spell it out. Is that like does that stand for something?
Yeah, it's there are people in the world who have an Oscar or Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony Award. Basically, cross plays across acting, or even score for this.
That's just
and then
entertaining
also
badass.
yeah, and the woman who wrote the Joker score, she already won an Emmy and a Grammy this year, so she's literally almost completed that entire cycle in 1 year. Just
Not the agenda.
I don't think that's agenda though, because she's still it's super good. Like that's super good music. Like I don't care if she's a male, a female, or like a transgender. Like that's good music either way. So like, I'm not even mad about it.
That score probably deserves all the awards it's gonna get. She can be a cow that she can be a cow that Joaquin Phoenix would milk, and I would pick that score over every other one.
Yeah, and it's like, wasn't Duel of the Fates not even included in Rise of the Skywalker? So
You
like,
hate to see that. You hate to see John Williams go 5 for 52. Someone's got to give credit to the man of the night,
Oh.
Mr. Bong Joon-ho. That
Yo,
guy,
Bong brought all the awards in.
Dude,
he brought them all in with class, with
class.
poise. He had his translator was going off. She was out of control, just translating here and there, and he's just talking about how he's going to be drinking until the morning. He is literally the GOAT, and I'm gonna go back and watch I think I'm gonna watch more of his movies because that was the first time I ever saw one. Um, and I after reading a story on Twitter today, I sent to you guys. He's might be my favorite person. I'm gonna ask if he would be my father. So
Look.
the story was. Did you guys read that?
Yeah, where he lied about his dad being a fisherman just because he wanted the scene in the movie.
Yeah, for the listeners of this podcast, I'll explain it. So came up old news story resurfaced on Twitter today, and it's goes director Bong Joon-ho often clashed with producer Harvey Weinstein. Very nice guy, Harvey Weinstein, who frequently interfered in order to create his version of the film. Among the many requests, the producer insisted on having the fish scene removed in favor of more action. Oh, this is talking about Snowpiercer, by the way. It's on Netflix. Bong, who considered it his favorite shot in the film, was adamant to keep it in. He told the producer that he wanted to keep the shot for a personal reason, as a tribute to his late father, who was a fisherman. Upon hearing this, Weinstein said that family is very important to him, so he granted Bong to keep the shot. In an interview, the director said, "It was a fucking lie. My father was not a fisherman." Dude, he's the man. He literally
He's
just
just a troll.
yeah, he's fucking hilarious, man. I love that guy.
Boy Bong.
I think okay. I just want to put it out there that it's just refreshing to see someone that was actually happy to get the award on stage instead
Yeah.
of a social political message. You know, all he wanted to do was thank his family and thank the people that he got to work with, and that he was appreciative of the award he got.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all it should be. It shouldn't be about
Yeah, like
anything
Brad Pitt
else.
didn't even look like he cared. Like Brad Pitt walked up there, and then when Anthony said that was his first Oscar, I was like, dude looks like that was like the 30th Oscar he's accepted, and he's like tired of it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he just like leaned over to grab it, I'm like, what a tool. That's exactly why I don't like Brad Pitt, because he's basically like that in all his movies.
I like Taika's speech too. His was good for
Taika was
Jacob.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was on there.
Yeah, he's interesting.
I think
He's the
watching
man.
Taika and that Bong Joon-ho guy was just the best, most entertaining of the night, besides
You-
watching Eminem.
You gotta think that you gotta think that maybe now that Taika has secured that Oscar, maybe he'll settle down now and get into some Star Wars.
Ooh.
Ooh, maybe some Star Wars or
Mm.
Thor 4.
Thor 4.
Oh yeah, he is working on that.
Oh, is that confirmed?
Yeah. That's the one with Natalie Portman.
Nice.
She becomes Thor.
Nice.
So there was one other person I wanted to talk about. Oh, dude, you know whose speech was awful was Renee Zellweger's. I hated that speech. It just went on for so long, and it was just like all over the place, and I just didn't even understand what she was. I mean, I'm just gonna come out and say that I didn't see Judy, and I'm not gonna see Judy, and I've seen Marriage Story twice, and I'm just pretty upset that our girl Scarlett Johansson was robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
that's
The fact that she was nominated as supporting actress and lead actress and didn't win, that makes me sad.
Right, and that goes right into that girl who played in Us, not even getting nominated
Lupita.
at all.
But
She
the
played
thing,
two
but
people.
but Lupita, she won last year, I think, or the year before. She won one, she won for 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, so she's just super good.
Yeah, she's awesome. But I don't think Scarlett Johansson has won one. I don't know. I think this was a great year for her, and she definitely was deserving. Or Florence Pugh.
yeah.
Florence-
Why wasn't she nominated for anything?
She was nominated for.
Oh, she was nominated, but she didn't win.
Yeah, she was supporting actress also for Little Woman. I probably would have also thrown her in the lead actress category for Midsummer, but Midsummer, I don't
It's
know.
a horror movie, so it can't be at the Oscars.
Yeah. See, now you know how I feel about comedies.
Yeah,
Is that just how it is? Like non-genre films only are allowed at the Oscars?
No, because Jordan Peele's Us. No, not Us. I mean Jordan Peele's Get Out won a bunch of Oscars.
Oh, really?
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, I really think that the reason why Us didn't get any nominations was because of how early it was released, and people just kind of like forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because these directors, they purposely release all the movies that they want to win Oscars for in
Yeah,
the
like the
fall.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood probably did that.
I think that dropped like end of summer, so that end of summer is probably about the time to start releasing them, you know.
Yeah.
But anything that Tarantino puts out is gonna obviously get Oscar.
Yeah, that too.
recognition.
It is. It's probably just good.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up our conversations about the Oscars. I'm just glad that Parasite won 4 awards.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty excited about that one. Parasite was definitely well deserving. If you haven't seen that, you should go see it.
Matt
Yeah,
just
I
has
didn't
to
even
go
see
watch it now.
I didn't even see it. I'm glad that guy won.
And
I
if
could
you
like, it's just,
if
can
you
tell
see
he worked hard.
if you see Parasite and you enjoy it, go on to Netflix and watch Snowpiercer, which is also made by Bong Joon-ho and starring Chris Evans. And
It's going to be Matt's favorite movie.
America's ass himself.